Hello everybody, my name is Cameron, and today we're doing a pretty big project. This headliner on my 1993 Jeep Cherokee. Let's show you how to take it down, and Bart won't be here for a few hours, so I figured I'd do it now and get it ready. Taking these pillars out, and at least this top half of stuff is going to be going black. Right here, seatbelt, peel this back. Let's see, what is this? T45 Torx bit. E47, I had the wrong one. You should probably watch this whole video most of the way through, so that way you don't make mistakes like I did. Keep the bolt inside of it, off to the side, or it won't get ruined. There you go. Doing all the Torx bits first. After you got that, come to these shit handles. That little guy right there. It might just be like a standard drill bit size, but there's 3 of those, probably. This is just a standard Milwaukee bit. I don't know what... Oh, the T25. There you go. Just put that in the drill, or whatever you got, and then stick it right up on in there. Drill it out. This whole thing should pop off. Then it's just on the screws. That 3 times, and it's worth mentioning. I don't know if this is the same with the 96 to 2001 models, but I think it's the same for... I believe it's 87 to 96. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. That way somebody else doesn't make the same mistake. You disassemble, try to keep the screws in them or pop them back in. That way you don't lose them. We're going to take our drill. We're going to work back to front. You don't have to. It's just what I'm doing. So we're going to take out these screws, keep them with this, and then set them over there on the table as we get everything done, because I'm going to paint them. Phillips head screws, it's way easier if you got a drill. You don't got to stick your hands up there for as long. Your arms get really tired, believe it or not. If you've never done anything above your head in a car, it sucks. That's unfortunate. To get to that screw over there, you're going to want to take your spare tire cover off. Or your spare tire, I mean. I'm going to do that, take this down, I'll see you guys in a minute. Screws out, it's going to dangle a little bit. You just kind of want to pry out. Right in this corner, just take your time. Don't break nothing. This is metal, it can bend. I'll speed through this, but this stuff you can get the headliner pried around it. You don't got to worry about that so much. Or those pillars. Just get this line here for the most part. And then the visors, and then the light in the center. Some have a light back here, mine doesn't. You get the gist. I'm just going to speed through this until we're done. Right, I think that went really well. Some tears that I might use the adhesive, a little bit of the adhesive glue to stick down. I'll let it dry. I still got to get the padding off of this and the rest of the old headliner and, you know, certain spots, but that's a great starting point. Now we got a blank slate. I've learned that that little pigtail is for the dome light, and I have another one right here. I've always wanted a hatch light, so perfect. I love that. Gotta be kind of careful, but I will poke a hole through for that light. I'll just keep the pigtail hanging down so I remember it every time I look at it. Hopefully I can attach it. These parts over there, get them ready for paint. Oh, I'm dropping everything. Before I forget, I gotta go get something special. Some sound deadening. Shitload of it. Let's get that installed in the Jeep. I'll show you what I did with the first piece, and then I'll do the rest. Just gonna need a razor for this. I'm not positive if this is the brand or not. However, it was like 40 bucks, 36 square feet. That's about 6 by 6. Hopefully you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. We're gonna stick it right here. So we're gonna take this square sheet. And you want shiny side down, because this side the sticky side. You know, I just put it. Don't take the sticky off yet. Don't want to, you know, kind of put it where you want it. And take your razor. You're just gonna trim along whatever edge that you want cut off. Try not to let it move like I was doing, because that was a dumb move. And also don't stab yourself in the eye, like I almost just did. You just want to take it, make sure it's oriented the right way, peel this papery layer back, like so. and then start it. Put it where you want. And, you know, stick it. Rub it in there. Peel more paper back. Stick more. Peel the rest of the paper back. And then put it up. Rub it right on in. First piece of sound deadening. Let's see the difference. Got it all covered. I had way more than I thought I did. That's so quiet. Sound deadening is in. It's time to clean these off. All these trim pieces. I can't talk. I'm gonna spray them a matte black. I just had to chase around a dog. That's why I'm out of breath. Anyway, some glass cleaner, nothing fancy. Look, now they're white. Use a blue towel to clean it. I'll need 2 hands for this to do it properly, but then I'll use the yellow rag to dry it. Use like interior cleaner, isopropyl alcohol, all that. I don't want this to be showroom quality, because then I'll never, you know, I'll never drive the car. And then the car will get too big of an ego, and then I'll need to buy a new ego. You know, just, it gets expensive once you try to make it perfect. So just do it however you'd like. Using the satin plastic for part of it. It's not a full can. So then at some point we're gonna switch to vinyl and fabric. They might look different, they might not. We'll see. Block the light here, but you just want, you know, light coats. I should have probably sanded this first. That might have been a, you know, a real smart idea. Learned from my mistakes with that one, because it's not bad, but it's, you know, it's not great either. So I'm gonna sand all these while that's tack drying. I'll come back when these are sanded and that's ready for another coat. We're learning from my mistakes so you don't gotta make the same. I mentioned it, 320 grit sandpaper. I don't know if it's right. Just do it lightly. I'll just give it a very light sand. That one I went a little heavy on, but it's alright. So now let's take all of this and paint it all black. Want a second, slightly heavier, more controlled coat. And then the third one will be the final, you know, make it look good coat. And while that's drying, I'm going to clean all these, set them over here, get them ready. I'm going to clean the backs of most of them, just so my car feels less dusty, I guess. Just makes me feel cleaner. You can barely see my face. It's bright out here and hot. Good thing I did this. I don't know if you could see it, but right in that corner, some serious rust. It's a good thing I'm painting these anyway. These parts are metal, some of them are plastic. It's weird. Final coat. Go heavy, but not heavy enough for it to seem glossy at the end, unless that's the kind of paint that you bought, and that's the look you're going for. Nice even strokes, roughly about the same distance away, all the way down. If I have enough paint, I will probably paint the backside. If I don't, I will not. But remember to get all visible sides, even if you don't really, you know, think they're visible. They probably are, because it's a Jeep Cherokee. And, well, trim doesn't always fit right on these cars. So, yeah, there we go. Went ahead and taped up this so I can spray it. I got myself a second table. But, yep, gonna spray this black. These are tack drying. That one should be almost done. It's gonna look nice. We're almost done. I will come back when we're done, actually. Or, when I'm done with this, and then we'll do the headliner. These little grab handles, I call them oh shit handles. Gonna be using the vinyl and fabric. No particular reason. I mean, they are kind of leather, and this can's running out, and I still have that guy to do. Other than that, the rest are looking, you know, really good. So, let's do it. We ran out of the first can. You'll need about 2 cans to do all the upper stuff that you need to take down the headliner. Not too shabby. These are all painted. There's nothing over there. Ignore what I just did. Really like the way this came out. Got these guys painted. All the little parts and accessories for these. We'll do a small assembly of these later once they tack dry. After we do that, then we'll assemble it once it gets here. You can do this with a wire brush, or shit, I think even a broom would do it. But I'm trying to make this quick because I still got to eat dinner. Want to relax for a little bit. Did a bunch of concrete work today. So, in order to make this go quick, get you some drill brushes. As long as you got a drill. That's, you know, that's the big one. So I'm going to attach, not this one, because this one's like really rough. You can see it, you know, it takes it up pretty quick. I just don't want it to tear this paper. So I'm going to grab the softer blue one that I got from Walmart. It was like, here it is. I think the pack was like maybe 20 bucks, something like that. So I'm going to take this drill brush, see, and then do this up, prop this up, leave everything where it is, and then I'll be done until the material gets here. So let's pick an area with a lot of pad for demonstration. Let's go over here. You just take it and then turn it on gentle. See how it just sprays it right off. Dust is gonna get everywhere, so don't wear your church clothes or nothing. That was a kind of a weird example, but you get what I mean though. Alright, I'm gonna do this to the whole thing. I'll be back. Now, I know it doesn't look like I did much, but if I take it and kind of, slide it that way. Well, apparently it just, tries to re-stick again, so maybe I'll get the broom and sweep this off or something. Yeah, that'll do just fine. I'll blow it away from the stuff that you possibly may or may not have just painted, and then wonderful. I'll get those last little spots, and then I will, well, after this clip, I will see you guys when everything gets here. My dinner and Amazon arrived at the same time. Kind of like perfect timing. But Amazon did arrive. Let's see what we got. Very thin. I'm hoping it poofs out, but not like a mattress kind of like fold you 45 ways to Sunday kind of a way. Let's see. A little piece of tape. Trying very carefully not to cut whatever is underneath this packaging. We'll unpack the glue once this is done. Here, let me do this off camera. I decided to maybe film it. Who knows, maybe it will blow up in my face and it'll go viral. Then I could buy 2 headliners. Kidding. Well, there it is. Oh. There it is. Let's unpack it since it didn't explode. And these little bumps will show. I thought the foam was thicker on that, so I'm gonna cut these little bits out. I'll be back. Cans of adhesive I bought, and we're ready for it. So you want to make sure it's lined up, like it's not stuck down or anything. Make sure you got plenty of overhang on all the edges. Make sure it's, straight, not all wrinkled. That might be enough for visors, I don't know. We're gonna hope. Otherwise I'm gonna have to maybe buy some matching from Hobby Lobby or whatever. But let's do it. We're gonna hope that my phone doesn't die. It's at 15%. I'm gonna show you guys how other people have done it. I hope I don't screw this up. So take the fabric, peel it back to about halfway ish, fold or make any crease lines or anything. This is not quite halfway. There we go. That's better. And what you want to do, take your headliner spray. I believe this is 90. Some people like 77. I don't know what the difference is. From what I've seen, 77 is bad. I don't know. So we're just going to do this. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up. Here we go. So, shake the can and, I don't know, say a prayer or something. You want to do, you could do this whole thing. I'm just going to do it in sections. I don't trust myself. So I'm going to do about a foot-ish, or split this in half, do half of it, do the other half. I'll just show you guys. So, take your spray. I'm just going to spray a very generous amount of glue. Man, this stuff smells wonderful. Pretty sure somebody could use this as like a... You know what? I'm not going to suggest what I was saying, because then somebody's going to try it, somebody's going to die, and it's going to be on me. So you want to spray this, and then about roughly as much of the headliner as you're going to stick on there. So you want to spray the back of the headliner, not what you're going to be seeing, obviously. Now in the sun, this would be very quick to dry. I'm not too worried about it because the sun is going down. Now I'm worried about the sun going down and me not being able to see, but that's about it. I suggest buying a 2-pack of this glue, just in case. You want to take it, kind of bring it all the way where it's nice and not wrinkled like I just made it. Damn it. You want to take your hand and just smooth it along where you just glued. Get all the bubbles out, get all the wrinkles out. You got to, you know, come over here, pull it a little bit. Mine's not going to be perfect. It's got dimples and wrinkles, and like the headliner itself does. I'm not worried about that. That's fine. As long as it's not all kinked from my doing, we're good. So you just want to do that to the rest of the headliner. I can't really film it. I don't have enough battery, so that's the gist of it. This is the part I've glued down. There's, you know, some dimples, but it's alright. We'll crack on doing the rest. There we go. Nice headliner. It's got, you know, it's not perfect, you know. Oh well. Hoping that'll fit a visor. Praying. Now we're gonna go around it, trim the edges, and I'm hoping... Sucks because this is the front of the car where there's no trim, but I'm gonna cut that as close as I can while still being able to tuck some under. And I have that visor right there. I'm gonna test fit to see if I have enough. I really hope I do. Not have enough for the visors, however, it won't go to waste. Might put some on the door cards or something, I don't know. But I'll get some, I'll take a sample of that to like Hobby Lobby or whatever, get enough just enough for the visors, and we'll be good. So for these holes, for like where the lights go and the visors and stuff, cut like an X shape. You want to take this, your spray it right on top of that X, and then let me get a little more right there. There we go. You're gonna take it with your fingers. You're probably gonna want gloves. You should let it tack up first. Actually, let's let that tack up. All right, so you take it, fold it over, or okay, it's not tacky enough. Again, I don't know. Go. Now it's tacky enough. You want to take the corner, flip it over, stick it down. Take the corner, flip it over, stick it down. Corner, flip it over, stick it down. That way it'll look continuous on the other side. And let that dry. Then this front edge where there's going to be no, trim. Like, you're not going to see this, so me getting a little glue on it's not super going to matter. As long as it doesn't get on the parts that show. Just want to kind of tuck that nice and even, go slow. Try not to get as much glue as I'm getting on it. It doesn't like stick to the roof. But just, slowly go. Tuck the excess that you trimmed, or, however much you trimmed. And, the sides, it don't really matter if you trim them. I'm not going to. I'll just, stick it. Done. Then, like, it'll make this weird little, like, crease line thing. I did it over here. So, like, if you folded it, it would go like that. Just cut that on either side and then just glue it down. I will see you guys in the car. Oh, one other thing. Make sure that you can find the holes and, poke some crap through. Because that will be hard to find once you have this on there. So, poke it, stretch it, fold it over, poke it from the other side, then, do that. Alright, I'll see you in the car. It's all done, because literally it's exactly the same as putting it in, but backwards. Or taking it out, I mean. Just backwards. There we go. Headliner's in. Trim's up. Only lost one clip for that little lens somewhere. And then one of the little covers for the oh shit handle over there. But didn't turn out too bad. I like it. I'll try to show you guys tomorrow morning what it looks like, because I started this at 2. It's now 8 o'clock. Apparently this was a 6-hour job. 9. Apparently it's 9.